It was for you, Dan. Okay, so here's what's kind of fun is not only are we kicking off our Home in Our Garden event, but we also have our live plants for spring. I can't think of a better sign of spring than butterflies, hummingbirds. This is the perfect way that you can attract them to your yard. With Barbara King, this is her Blue Sea Holly. And yes, it's going to ship to you in perfect time when it comes time to plant. Yes, it's going to ship to you with a growing guide. You get 3 plants. They're brand new today for $34.19, and they're going to ship to you for free as well. Barbara King is a leading horticulture designer. She has a premier store here in the East Coast and Philadelphia area, but she also brings us her beautiful live plants. This is your Blue Sea Holly. It's a perennial, but it's a perfect way to add this incredible vibrant color and an excellent garden perennial. Almost these spiny like thistles, but oh, that color is unlike anything else. M71204. Talk about almost just like an open door welcoming the butterflies and the hummingbirds. Hey, Barbara King, it's so good to see you. This is my first time with you this morning, I should say, for the season. It's very, very good to see you. Thank you so much for bringing us such a beautiful treat.
Oh, thank you. I am so excited about this plant in the garden. This actually was a flower that a few years ago became super popular in our flower shop as a cut flower. People would walk into the fridge and say, I want to get a bunch of flowers. And they would pick a few things, and then they would see the sea holly, and they would say, oh, that's going to make everything look fantastic. And that is what this plant is going to do for your garden. It's going to give a vibrant blue flower that's going to sit over this silvery gray foliage. The texture is absolutely amazing. It's going to accentuate all the other flowers around it. And this is that plant in the garden that people will stop and say, what is that? It's so unusual. It's so soft looking and mystical. But it is a little bit prickly, but not to our touch. Like you'll touch it and it's not going to hurt your hands. But guess what? Deer do not like that prickly feeling. So it is deer resistant. A beautiful plant that is going to be that showstopper in the garden, that unusual look, a plant that you're not going to see at every garden center or in everyone's garden. You're going to love sharing the idea of how to make your garden special. And this is one of those plants that will do that. And Allie, it's also drought tolerant. It's going to do really well in full sun, but even to part shade. And you already said this, it's going to attract bees and butterflies. So those pollinators are just going to love this garden.
Barb, this is such an excellent perennial because it's going to resist the deer, the bees, the butterflies and the hummingbirds. Oh, they're going to love it. It's extremely easy. But if you are looking, you're thinking, oh, I'd love my garden beds to kind of just be next level, get these. Follow Barb's advice. You get 3 of them. It adds the perfect balance of color and texture for $34.19, and they'll ship to you for free. And what's so smart about this too, Barb, is they ship exactly when your zone it's time to plant. You also get this handy growing guide. It tells you everything that you need. My sister and my mom are incredible when it comes to plants. They take care of their plants like they do their children. Me, on the other hand, I struggle. I'm learning. But that's why I love that Barbara makes it so easy. So wherever you fall along your journey when it comes to gardening, this is the perfect addition. It's going to ship to you for free. You might want to pick up on more than one because it's the only order of the season. It's M71204. So Barb, where do you recommend some of the best places in our garden or around our home for us to place?
Well, this is going to like well-drained soil. So I would pick a spot that you need layer and you need texturing. I also forgot to mention, this is going to bloom pretty much all summer long.
Okay.
It's going to start blooming in early summer and go all the way to late summer. So you'll have this to the fall. It's going to give you such a color, such a look. I like to just pick a special spot, or if you're going to do a grouping that gives a nice wave or mass, but you can actually go different areas.
And they do get pretty big too.
They do, yeah. They're going to go like 26 to 30 inches high. So the way you see these here on our set, this is where you're going to see it at full mature level. 2 to 3 years down the road. I always say get your garden growing by starting off with imagining what it's going to look like. The first year is going to give you some flowers, but it's only going to get better and better year after year.
Only order of the season for our blue sea holly that Barbara has brought us. You get that 3-piece. Remember, it's going to attract the hummingbirds and the butterflies. So what a beautiful treat for your backyard space. A great way to start off the season. Barbara, thank you so much for shopping and hanging with us this morning. Over 300 have already been spoken for. We'll ship this out to you for free. So place your orders. It's M71204. Hey, speaking of shipping, here's how you can find exactly how it'll ship. Now go to QVC.com and type in M71204. You'll see the zone map. Find your spot on the map, and then it'll let you know when it'll ship out to you. When it ships, it's time to plant. It couldn't be any easier. M71204 is going to be your item number. Okay, well, I mentioned before that I'm still learning. I lived in Minneapolis